Hi guys, it's Sammie. So I decided that I look really pale in this light. Basically, I'm just gonna start making like mini vlogs. I'm gonna start doing makeup again. I stopped doing makeup for a while. Gonna do like chit chats. There's been a lot of questions that people have asked me just about my move, why I moved, how my move has gone, what was the hardest part about moving here, what was the easiest part about moving here, what have I been doing since I've been here, just like a bunch of questions. I moved here in June, right after my graduation party. I got my degree in May in psychology and criminology, and then I was like, fuck it, you know, oh my god, my parents are gonna watch this, sorry. I said the F word. Okay, so I was like, you know, whatever, I'm gonna move and I'm just gonna do it. And I packed up my car and I got on the auto train. The auto train takes you from Virginia to Orlando, and then you drive from Orlando to Miami. And if you watched my very first video about me moving here, I pretty much took a video of my entire travel, just like leaving my house and driving to Virginia and then being on the train and then driving from Orlando to Miami, and then when I got to Miami with my roommate Giselle. So I moved here and I had nowhere to live. I didn't have a job. I had a sister who lived here, who lives here, and she lives in Orlando, and I have an aunt and an uncle and a cousin who live up in, like by Fort Lauderdale. And then I had my grandmother who lived in Westchester. And I didn't really talk to my grandmother. I actually hadn't seen her in like 9 years. And I went to visit her at the hospital when I first got here, and you know, I lied to her and I was like, I'm staying with a friend. At the time I had a boyfriend, so you know, I was able to stay at his place as much as I could, but I don't know, it was like, I didn't want to be like in the way, and so I would try and find other places to stay. Sometimes I would drive up to Fort Lauderdale and stay at my aunt's house, but then my grandma realized that I didn't have anywhere to stay. Like, she could just tell. And I remember sitting in the hospital room in South Miami with her, and she was like, where are you staying? And I kind of like stuttered, and she was like, you're moving in with me. And I was like, okay. So that day or the next day, I moved in with my grandmother in Westchester in her 3-bedroom house. So I was living there for like a month, and then she passed away. She went into a coma, and like 3 days after she fell into a coma, she passed away. And so then my sister came from Orlando, and we had to pack up my grandmother's house, and I had to be out of the house. So luckily, my aunt and my uncle that live in Fort Lauderdale knew a realtor, and they gave me his number, and he found me the apartment that I'm living in now. And I've been in my apartment since August with Giselle. And so he found me this apartment, and Giselle, the job that Giselle had, I applied for and I ended up getting. So right now I work as a behavioral therapist, and I was working as a behavioral therapist for the first couple months. I work with, I do one-on-one therapy with autistic kids. So then I got a job at Carolina Ale House, which is a restaurant like right by my house, and I would just walk there, and I was literally working 7 days a week. Like, I was working Monday through Friday during the day with my clients, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday at the restaurant until like 3 in the morning. So I was literally working as much as I could to make rent, because I wasn't eating. I lost, when I moved here, I weighed 120 pounds. And what month are we in? April. I went home just like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I went home and I got weighed, and the doctor told me that I weighed 104 pounds. So I lost a lot of weight, and I've only been here since June. So like, I wasn't eating, I was depressed as F. I was crying all the time. I was super duper duper depressed, and I hated it. I hated it here. I didn't want to be here. I wasn't making any money. I was not eating. I missed my friends. I missed my family. And on top of that, like, the friends that I thought I had and the friends that I thought like I would have in my life forever showed me that they weren't friends to me. And so I lost my friends, like the friends that I saw in my life for the rest of my life, like growing up with my kids, like weren't in my life anymore. So at that point, I lost my friends. My family wasn't here. You know, my grandmother just died. And like I moved here with hopes, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna, cause my grandparents back home in Philly, I'm super close with, so I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get to know my grandmother, I'm gonna get to know my mom. Like, I don't know anything about my mom, I don't know anything at all. Like, I couldn't tell you one fact about my mom other than her name and her birthday. And so I was like, dope, I'm gonna get to know my grandmother, I'm gonna, you know, my family back home is all Italian, so I don't really know anything about, like, Puerto Rican heritage. Yeah, I know food, obviously. My grandmother's Puerto Rican, so she would make Puerto Rican, like, you know, Spanish food, but my grandmother here is like hella Puerto Rican, so, you know, I would have got to learn Spanish. Like, she told me she was gonna teach me Spanish, and she was gonna teach me how to cook, like, all these Spanish things, and like we had talked about so much, like we'd be sitting in the hospital just like laughing, and she's like, you know, I can't wait to tell you about your mom, and you remind me so much of her. And I'm like, dope, I'm gonna get to really know like my other part of me, because I don't really talk to my dad. My dad doesn't tell me anything about my mom. And, you know, that was it. That's like my last, I mean, besides my aunt that lives in Fort Lauderdale, which is my mom's sister. But besides that, like, I don't know anything, you know? And so I was like, cool, like, I'm really gonna get to know the other side of me. And then she died, so I'm just like, damn, like, nothing is working out for me. At this point, all I had was Giselle, and the boyfriend that I had at the time, like, were the only two people I really had. And so it was just, oh my God, was my face not in this the whole time? Tried to make friends at the restaurant that I worked at, but it was just drama. So I was like, I can't be friends with you people. And then it was just a roller coaster of emotions. I was always sad, always sad, and I just didn't have any money. And that was like a wake-up call for me, because in Philly, like, I worked a lot, I had multiple jobs, like, I knew anybody. I could go move back to Philadelphia today and have a job, and have multiple jobs, and have money. Like, I had so much money, and I wish I would have known. Like, I like beat myself up. I can't beat myself up over it every day, but I'll think back, like, of what my bank account used to look like in college, and I'm just like, if I knew that I would be moving to Florida, if I knew that I'd be moving to Miami, I would have never spent all the money that I spent. Like, I would just buy shit, like, for no reason. And if I would have known where I'd be now, I wouldn't have spent all that money, and I would have been set. Like, I moved to Miami with my car, my clothes, and $2,000. No job, no apartment, no nothing. Like, what? And people would joke around, like, when I'm moving here, they're like, oh, you found an apartment, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no. And they're like, cool, so you're moving there with no money and homeless. And I was like, pretty much. Like, I'm moving here homeless. No job, no nothing. Like, I didn't have a fucking, oh, sorry for cursing. I didn't have a pot to piss in. I didn't have nothing whatsoever. And me, I'm so big on, like, I don't want to fail. Like, that's my biggest, like, I can't fail. I cannot fail. So when I'm going through all this shit, I'm like, I'm gonna stop cursing. I was like, I'm not gonna fail. I'm not gonna fail. Failing? Nope, not gonna happen. No. So when my parents would ask, I'm like, yeah, it's great. Woo, Miami. I don't want to be here. Please, someone help me. And so I was like, shitty. It was shitty for it was bad for a couple months. It was really bad. So it was bad for a couple of months. And then I started making money at I hate how white I look. I finally started making money at my therapist job. And then I was like, okay, so I'm making money. I don't need to work at Carolina, like, busting my butt. I was working so many hours and I wasn't making any money, and it was like draining. So I was like, I'm not making any money. I'm making money at my first job. I'm just gonna wing it. So I quit. Well, first I went to a casting call at 11 Miami. So 11 is a club. It's a nightclub. It's a gentleman's club. It's not like a normal gentleman's club. Like, it's a little bit classier. Girls aren't just like naked walking around like whatever. There's a topless stage, but It's classier, it's nicer. Some people have gone there and don't even know that it's a strip club. They just like go there and they're like, oh, it's cool, it's a nightclub, whatever, it's a good time, because it's huge. And like most people don't even know. So I got a job up on the rooftop, working in the restaurant, in the lounge. Like we do events. I'll put my Instagram here so you guys can go look at my pics. We take cute pics. The girls that I work with are the cutest thing in the world. I love them all. They're so cute. And we have so much fun. And like, when I first got the job there, I was like, oh, these girls are gonna be so rude. They're all gonna be stuck up Miami girls. Like, we're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna get along, because I'm very like, in your face. And so I'm like, these girls are not gonna like me, because everywhere I go in Miami, everyone's like, whoa, you're not from here. Because I'm very straightforward, I'm very in your face, like, I have no filter. Everything that comes to my head, I say. I have diarrhea of the mouth, and I don't care. Get over it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about pros and cons of this place, because whew, the pros, it's beautiful all the time. I'm happy. Like, you can't wake up and be in a bad mood when the weather looks like this all the time. Like 25-8 all the time. Besides when it rains, but like, who doesn't love when it rains once in a while? So the weather's amazing. The food is terrible. 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 You cannot, oh, like, what? The pizza here, all we have is Domino's. Domino's. Like, Domino's. I have not found, I found good pizza, but like, I'm drunk when I'm eating the pizza, so who doesn't like pizza when they're drunk? But like, oh my God, the food here is terrible. Everywhere you turn, it's just Spanish food. The air smells Spanish. Like, you walk outside and you're just like, Like, it was fun once in a while when I would come down the steps and my parents, you know, my aunt would be making Spanish food. I'm like, ooh, yes, yes, let's go. But now I walk outside and I'm like, where is the pizza? Where are the chicken fingers and French fries and cheesesteaks and, oh, my mouth is watering talking about it. Like, where is that stuff? I just want, that's what I want. Chinese food, the Chinese food here, I had Chinese food here when I first moved here and threw up. I don't throw up, I throw up, but I don't throw up, if you know what I'm saying. So the food here is terrible. The people here are cool. I haven't really had any issues. Like, some people are rude, some people aren't, but that's everywhere in the whole entire world. Everyone here is very fake. Very fake. Everyone has surgery. Like, the guys have surgery, the girls have surgery, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm like, damn, should I just get surgery? Like, I don't know, what should I get surgery on? I don't know. Everyone has surgery, so that's like, sometimes that's like a con, because I'll look at girls and be like, wow, she's so pretty, but then I'm like, but how much of her is her? You know, like, I don't know. I don't like all that stuff. It's cool, whatever, if you have the money for it, do what you gotta do, but when I worked at the restaurant, there were so many rumors, and I'm just like, what? I wasn't even there. Like, there'd be rumors about shit, and I wasn't even in the vicinity of where the rumor happened. I'm just like, I don't understand how, but now I work at 11, I work at the club, I have so much fun. I make, not so much money, but I make money. I make money to the point where I don't have to worry about anything. Like, I can go out and buy whatever I want, and like, I don't have to worry about anything. So yeah, I've been here since June. So what? June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So I've been here for 10 months, and it took me 10 months to like, actually I started working at 11 in January, so it took me 6 months to like get on my feet. And I'm really, really proud of myself, because some people are like, when I tell people, you know, where I'm at now from when I moved here, everyone's like, yo, it usually takes people like a year or two to get on their feet and like really, you know, get into the swing of things and get into the groove of things, but it really only took me 6 months. Technically, June, July, August, it took me 2 months to find an apartment. I got a job, 2 jobs. I was working full-time, 7 days a week. You know, I have my apartment. I got a dog in October. Hello, oh hi, oh hi. So I got my baby girl in October. I brought her home. I adopted her from Miami-Dade Animal Shelter. So I have no idea what she is. Like, I don't know what breed she is. Obviously I know she's a dog, and I know that she's a girl, but I don't know what she is exactly. Oh, so I went to Miami-Dade Shelter and I adopted her. She's an emotional support dog. For people that know me or people that have been following me or watching my videos, I've had anxiety my entire life, like crippling anxiety to the point where it puts me in the hospital for hours, days even. And so her being in my presence and just having her here, like, it makes my life 1,000 times easier. And I would have never thought that having an animal could help me, but she helps me so much, like just with everything. When I was here by myself, obviously, and I'm living here, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so alone, I have nobody. And if like me and the boyfriend that I had at the time, if we got in a fight, or if like Giselle would be with her boyfriend, I'm like, oh my god, I'm seriously alone, like I don't know what to do. I was going crazy, and people that I thought were my friends here weren't my friends here. So I was like going psychotic. So my anxiety was like on a whole nother level. So I got her, and like we go to the beach together, we go to the dog park, like I take her to the store with me, I take her shopping with me, I take her to go get food with me. Like, I'm never ever alone. She helped me like tremendously. And being on airplanes were like my #1 trigger. I don't know why. I've never had an issue on an airplane. Like, I've traveled my whole life. I would go to Puerto Rico every year with my family. So, and I never had an issue. And having her with me, like, I'm good. I'm completely good when I have her with me on the plane. So I'm happy, I'm good now. You know, I've been taking medicine. I take Lexapro. And I just got prescribed the medicine for when I have my anxiety attacks. I don't know what it's called. It's not Xanax, so don't think I'm a drug addict or something crazy. But it's just it's a medicine that I take when I'm having an anxiety attack. It's more immediate. Whereas Lexapro is more like a 24-hour thing. It helps me, you know, throughout the day. I take it in the morning after I eat, and I'm just, you know, okay. But if I am having a panic attack, I take this, and it calms me down after like 30 minutes. I don't know. I haven't even started taking it yet because I haven't had a panic attack. Knock on wood. So good. I've been eating. Finally, I've been like actually eating food. Give me your food. I guess my next video, I really want to go to the ice cream museum. So maybe that'll be my next video. So I'm gonna start posting stuff a lot now. And I just want you guys can watch it. You guys can put a thumbs down on it. You can do whatever you want. You can hate on it. You guys can hate me. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna make so many more videos. I can't wait. And I don't care if people watch them or not at this point. Like, how I made my videos before, and I was like so excited to make videos, and I guess I just stopped because, again, I was depressed. I hated being here, and I was just like, there's no reason for me to make a video, like whatever. But now I'm happy, like I'm good now, and I'm ready to just do whatever I want. Like, making videos has always been something fun for me. I always love doing it. I love editing. I love making videos. I love showing people. I love having people ask me questions. Like, when I make my videos, even having like 5 to 10 people message me and be like, yo, this was so cool, or yo, where did you do this, or where did you get this, or how did you do this? Like, just having those questions, that's cool to me. So you guys can ask me questions. I'm super, super talkative. I'm not like stuck up or weird. Like, a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, I know you're probably not gonna answer, and that's the biggest, that like hurts me when people say that, because I answer everybody. I love everybody. There's no point in time ever that I would look at somebody and be like, I'm not gonna talk to you. You know, like, that's weird. So if you guys have any questions for me, or do you guys just wanna talk, or if there's anybody dealing with anxiety or dealing with depression or dealing with anything, or, you know, anything at all, like no matter what it is, whatever you guys wanna talk about, just let me know. We'll be here. Right, mommy? What the heck? Why are you so scared? You're not my child if you're afraid of the cat. I'm moving to a new apartment in July, and it's gonna be beautiful. Since I have the money to move into a nice apartment now, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna get all new furniture, and she's not gonna be allowed on the couch because it's gonna be a pretty expensive couch from IKEA. So she's not gonna be on that. I still let her in my bed though. I don't need animal activists or whatever the hell to comment and be like, how do you have an animal but you don't let them in your house, do stuff in your house? My dog does whatever the hell she wants, okay? So I just don't look at my couch. I don't need my couch to look like that. mind you, this couch is free. So I don't care about this couch. It's free. It got destroyed, whatever. But like if I'm spending money on a nice couch, I'm not gonna let my dog destroy it. Look, like, you see the dirt on the door? Why are you so bad? Something on your ear, can I get it? What is that? This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. All right, well, Ace, come say bye.